Yeah. Yeah. Now we are recording.
Awesome.
Okay. Thank you, everyone who have joined this session. I'm sure so you found the first session from Harsha very insightful. Finding your niche. So the second thing in this process is now that you found your niche, found so what you want to do, then comes to how you want to do it. So what tools? So there is a what to it, what tools you need to build it, and then how you want to do it, right? So as a part of it, in this session, so we will cover how to build your app, and as a tool, we will use the Creator OS App Builder platform, but not necessarily be the same. Um, really quick, Harsha, you want to first to go about telling them why do we need an app?
Sure, absolutely. So why we as a business also, when we interacted a lot with influencers, so we were figuring out multiple ways in which they can do their media business. So one of them could be a website, or should it be a offline store? Like that could have been also been possible, right? Like we buy some real estate and give offline stores to these people. The first thing which hit us was the kind of impact you guys are creating, the kind of content you are creating is relevant across the world. So that was the major thing why it has to be online. You guys are online. You are slowly getting into the skin of that game. Your mastery is into the online platforms. So it has to be online is for sure. Now we had a choice between website and an application. So honestly, it was always hybrid. It was never like people wanted only website, and it was never like people wanted only apps. So we have built something exciting for you guys here. This is called a progressive web app, where you will have your own link. Say, for example, Simon was conversing, right? Simon, Ritika. Say Ritika's app is launched. So it will be ritika.com. If I use it on my laptop, on my browser, it works like your website. If I use the same link on my mobile, it works like my application. So this is the best of the both the worlds. Like you have everything which has with respect to website, and it has everything with respect to app. And why you need an app? Because you need to create that kind of engagement with your audience. Instagram could have been a website, right? Facebook could have been a website, but they want their followers to engage with the influencers, with their creators. And there is no better way than having an application for that. So what happens is, when there is an application and your audience are on the other side, you have a continuous engagement. Like there are push note. Like if I just take one strong point out of it, it is notifications. Like you need to inform anything to your users, you're just a second away, and people are just immediately aware of what's happening. Super.
Okay.
See some likes there already.
Yes. So if you ask me, right, why you need your app specifically, so Harsha covered why you need to be online. Online gives you that global presence. You can sit in your own home and deliver cater to audience worldwide, and we have seen that with a lot of our creators here. So I know of a creator who has so Creative, for example. So he has Krishna Chaitanya Reddy and Creative Academy. They have customers all the way from a small village in Andhra Pradesh to somewhere in Jammu to all the way to US and Middle East. So it gives you having an online presence gives you that worldwide access. But more importantly, why a particular app instead of website, right? So first thing, it's your own app. It's a strong brand statement. No, remember, so people all the way from Nicki Minaj to our own successful creator like Soumya Lohadia and Creative, they have used app as a platform to put all their curated content and monetize it. So these days, so you will not see any creator without their own individual app if they want to monetize their content. So it is a strong, very strong brand engagement, brand statement. Not just that, so it gives you, unlike YouTube or Instagram, so where you don't have access to your so there are a lot of restrictions there. You don't have access to connect with your customers as much or your followers as much. Here, with your own app, you have that freedom. You have the freedom to define how you want to engage with your engage and own your customers. And the other thing is, so like, obviously, so having your own app, you look professional, you look like a human business. So it is your online shop or online studio. So you want to look professional, so you can go build your app. And the other thing is, so for a customer, right now, it gives a better mind share. So the kind of the notification that you put, it's so your app resides on their mobile. It's not like a web page, where they go to it. No, it's a constant reminder, whenever they're browsing that, and so it exists on their phone, and thus on their mind share. Mind share is a very important topic, when it comes to sales in business. So, Harsha briefly touched upon, web app, progressive web app versus native app. So we are a progressive web app tool. The obvious reason for that is that so native apps, be it Apple or Google, so they charge anywhere between 15 to 30% commission on all the subscriptions that are being charged. Versus now a web app is like a web page, but it has got a dual advantage. Like so you can access it through website browser, or you can access it on the mobile as an app. And then the question comes, so how do you go about building an app? So do you want to go after finding a developer who will build it for you, or you want to use a SaaS solution for it? First thing first, you are a content creator and not a technical person. So you're not an expert in fitness technical applications. So you don't know what you don't know. So leave it to the experts not to do it. So you are a developer of your content, but whereas so a SaaS company that's working on this is working with multiple different developers or multiple different creators in this space. So they would have seen so many more problems than what you have seen. So the amount of research or the amount of use cases, the pain points that they see is much more than yours. So the kind of solutions that a SaaS solution can give you is much more richer than what you can do for yourself. And more importantly, as a SaaS solution, so there is no upfront cost that you need to put in. There is no exploratory, experimental journey that you need to undertake. So our strong recommendation, we are a SaaS solution, but even if you put that aside, so we are saying, so whatever solution that you're picking up, don't spend time on your own individual development. We fear you'll end up with a mediocre product. Rather, spend time on your content, trying to find your niche, which Harsha has covered. Trying to focus on creating premium content, trying to stay close to your customer, understand their pain points, and customize or tailor your delivery, your course towards that. So in our opinion, so this is very important. Remember, the most successful creators are the ones who keep in mind these three things. The most important thing for a successful app or a content app is the creator, the community that as a creator that you're going to build, and the curated content in this order. It's not the content that's important. If it is just the content, you pick any kind of content. Why is it that your fitness app or your education app, if you go on Google, so people can find that content, but why is it that they come to you time and again and pay money for you and be your loyal customers? It's because so it's because it's you. So the you part of it is very, very important, and you should keep that in your mind while you're building your app and designing it. So having said that, so we will definitely deal with these questions as they're coming along. I'll quickly spend like 5-10 minutes to show you the different elements of building an app, and we will use the Creator OS app builder as a tool to tell you what needs to be done. So the first and foremost, Harsha.
So I'll just chip in here. So I want all you folks to do this as a hands-on workshop. It's an actionable thing. Just log on to the website, whatever Subhash says, and just follow those steps. and you'll be done with your app. It will be that simple. So whoever is on this workshop right now are super enthusiastic. I've been reading all your mails, the kind of progress you have made as part of Shark Tank. So to make the most out of this next 5 minutes, just open a browser along with whatever Subhash says and follow the process step by step. And to quickly summarize what Subhash, before you while you keep the setup ready, I'll just quickly summarize to them whatever has been. I'll quickly recap. So whatever content you're creating, you're an expert in that. So focus on that, build that, and make sure you're a kick-ass content creator. So you should be best at what you do. And technology as a section is what we will handle. So don't worry about technology at all. We come from a tech background, we have the expertise into that, and we do a lot of research into tech and make sure that we provide you the best solution. So don't worry about the tech at all. Focus on your content. Like your mind, you should be so peaceful that you have to just focus on your content, and you have an entire tech team sitting behind you who will take care of everything with respect to your app. That's the mindset with which we want you to go ahead. And over to you, Subhash. I hope.
Awesome. So let me quickly present.
Hey,
you can see my screen, right?
Yeah, I'll try to go out of this because I'm unable to make this full screen. I'll go into. I'll be listening to you whenever you call me. I'll be back.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you give a thumbs up? If you can see my screen. Awesome. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is, so to log into the app builder, you need to go to build.sociality.com. I will quickly type that URL for you. Okay, and so we have used Google login, so you can quickly log into the system using Google login. Okay, so I have already built the app, but so just to make this quick. But so before you build this, right? So what you will see is, as you go through this process, so first it asks you for the login. After that, so you select some name for your app. That name becomes part of your URL. In this case, so this particular app, so I have named it Mind and Body. So when I publish it, the name will be mindandbody.nity.app. This is the URL for the web app. And when you download it, and also when you open it in browser, you can also save it as a web app on your local mobile home screen, right? So, so a couple of things that you need to keep in your mind, before you create your web app, you need to be very clear about what type of content that you're going to put. Ideally, have a certain time frame. Identify what kind of results that you want to define, that you're going to promise or commit to your end customers. So you're going to say, like, this is going to be a 6-week transformation program if it's just a one-time program, or if it's a subscription program, you can tell them that within 6 months, we're going to achieve this results, or you're going to focus on this style of. I'm talking about fitness, but now this also applies to education or any kind of course content if you want to sell a subscription that you want to sell. Okay, so defining what you are offering to your end customer is very, very important. If that clarity is not there, you will end up sounding like a generalist, and people who are paying money, they don't want to pay a premium for a journalist. If they want general content, there is YouTube for that, or they can go on Google and search for it and find it. So if you want to find, identify a new niche and sound create premium content, you need to identify the deliverables first. And once you have identified those deliverables, identified your niche, then start collecting material. So ask yourself, whether you want to, what kind of content or medium that you want to use. Is it going to be a live session, a whole bunch of live sessions that you want to do, or are you going to record the entire sessions and then play it out, or is that a podcast audio, or is it a blog text form, or you want to do a hybrid of all of them? So this is a question that you need to ask. But the most important thing in all these things that you need to understand is this is all about building a community. So you build the community, there is stickiness. The community starts talking, and they feel that they are part of this journey. And that's where, so you will see your loyalty building up, right? So once you have your content and once you have identified the medium that you want to use to deliver this content, then comes the front end part of it. So you need to have, obviously, so for the content, so to convey the message, so you need to have rich imagery and powerful text messaging. So what I do is for people, who want to start do this at home and quickly build their own professional looking apps. The best resources are, so I'll give you a couple of them. For images, I go with Pexels. Pexels has tons of free images which are rich, which are really, if you type yoga, for example, the kind of images that you get are amazing. So you can specifically look for the kind of images and use them. So that's one resource. And of course, so the best editing tool that I find is Canva. Canva has a free version that is good enough for us to build our images. In fact, the images that I've used here are all built on Canva. You can easily give the specifications to these images and build them. So in our app, right, so what I've done first, I know if you look at the structure of the app, so there are three elements that are there. One is the most important thing. Why do you have this app in general? So the reason why you have this app is you are selling content. So that will be the main landing page for your app. So it is not about you, it is about your course and your community. So there are three kinds of tabs. One is the content, which is the core. And then the second part to it is how do you engage your users. So we have given a few different media of interacting with the users. Now you can create an interactive form. So just before people subscribe for the course, you want to take feedback from them or take inputs from the creator. So you can use an interactive form for that. So notifications is a way of communicating with your end customer time to time, telling them what needs to be done, what notifications or messages that you want to send out. Also, you can use video chat and group chat to keep these discussions lively and you to start building the community. So the last part of it is the sales page. This is where you have to put your best foot forward and show that you are a master at what you're doing. So this is a page where you're trying to show your authenticity and build trust with your customers. This is your sales page, right? So you can pick one of them. So let's start with this the content page. So in the content page, you can add a collection. So when you add a collection, you give the title and description. So that will look like this. And then in that collection, so you can add an image. And these images, if you see, there are specifications given for you in the dimensions. You can go in Canva, quickly create a custom size, 1920 by 1200. Look how quickly I can create an image for you. Oops. So that's it. So that image is ready for you. You can download it and then you can use it. So there are two kinds of images. So one for the desktop version and one for the mobile version. Use some bright colors, nice images. Obviously, so having your own images is good, but in COVID times, getting a quality, photo shoot is very difficult. That's the reason. So I recommend, so you go use Canva and Pixels. At least, so your images will look great. And ideally, if you use silhouettes, so they express really well. So, and then here is the thing, right? So the most important thing as a part of your strategy is pricing. How do you price your course? So the one thing that you need to understand is call for action. How do you motivate or create a sense of urgency or FOMO, fear of missing out? And pricing is a very powerful tool in creating that fear of missing out. So remember all the deals that you see on the ads, saying, especially in the online world, so sign up in the next 10 days or sign up in the next 15 days and you'll get 30% discount. So that's, or in some cases, you will see a timer saying, so in the next 2 hours, if you sign up, we'll give you 15% discount. It's only for you, and after that it's gone. Or, if you sign up for this service, I'm going to give you cashback points. Reliance does it. So all the e-commerce companies do that. So that's the kind of, those are different kinds of pricing strategies that are there. So think about what is ideal pricing strategy that you want to use to create that sense of urgency and FOMO with your end users. So in this case, so you can have a price, and in the advanced options, you can see that the price is 600 rupees after a certain time period. So before that, it's a discounted price. Okay. And you can also you can also give them a cashback to encourage them, so that so they come back and use that cashback for another course. That's again a way of increasing stickiness. So in our system, so we have provided different currencies, and the best part is we have enabled multi-currencies. So I'll show you. I'm right now also talking from the US. So while the price is set in INR, because I am in the US, so you see I see the price in USD. So we have used a dynamic logic where the price gets converted. It's not a dollar to dollar, so rupee to dollar straight match. So we try to do a purchase parity match and try to give. So this $10 is nearly equal to like 800 rupees. So that's almost like 1.6 times the INR price. So that's the advantage that you have with using our technology, because we understand that customers elsewhere has more propensity to pay in line with the expenses or the cost of living here. So we give you that advantage. So so you set the price. There should be a strong rationale as to why you set a certain price. What does it make? What makes sense, etc. And then once you set the price and once you have given the description, and let's go to the content, you start putting in your content. In our case, so there are different kinds of content that content media that we have offered. There is a lot of flexibility. We have integrations with Vimeo as well as Zoom. So Vimeo is a premium video storage and video on demand service. The advantage with that is, so they come at scale, so it's much cheaper than using our own resources. So I mean, and it's also one of the popular services that a lot of creators already have it. Likewise, so Zoom is again a very popular live streaming option. So that's there. Depending on what kind of course that you want to have, a video or a Zoom course, so you can have this. And then images, audio, you can select any of this and start uploading the content. So that's about the content. So I'll quickly, if there are any questions, please hold on to that. I'll cover them again at the end of the session. I'm just done, another 2-3 minutes. After that, so you go to the tab, you add interactive sessions or group chats. So you want to make your app lively. So group chats is a good way of doing it. And then the last part to it is the sales page. So this is where you can put your best foot forward. So express yourself to show that to show your authenticity and to show that so you are somebody who comes with a lot of credentials. So just to quickly show you how the app looks like, so this is where I've put like a couple of courses here. There is a group chat, and this is my sales page. Okay, and then there is a notification tab, an interactive forum. Right, so I will take a few questions. Yeah.
Yes, Subhash. Awesome. Thank you so much for that session, man. This looks like it's pretty helpful. Koel loved it. Awesome.
Nice.
There is a question from Shubham Chakrabarti, which is a very good question actually. Why is this called an app when it's a website?
Yeah, Harsha, you want to take it or should I?
Yeah, I'll take it. So
Yeah,
Shubham, when if you have seen the app at the end, did you show them the final app after it's published?
Yes, I did. But let me quickly show it again.
Yeah. So Shubham, when you see that, it has a URL, right? 1 second. Yeah, there's a URL and it's
I'm sorry.
it's on a laptop. Subhash, can you open the same link on your mobile?
Yeah, but I cannot show it to folk here, right?
Like, turn on to the camera after the screen.
Okay,
So
let me do that.
you have seen.
Yeah, go ahead. So you explain it. I'll show it to them.
So when you open the same link on the browser, in fact, if you can see that link, you can open it on your mobile as well. When you open it on your mobile browser, it gives you an option to add it as an app. When you tap on that, it comes onto your home screen. As simple as that. You don't have to go to Play Store. You don't have to go to App Store. This is an app which can be downloadable through a link. If you're working on a laptop, it works like a website. No hassles at all. If I open it on my mobile, it says, "Do you want to download this app?" Tap on it. Within a second, it will be on your mobile. So that's why we call it an app. In fact, a progressive web app, to be technically correct, which is PWA, which is the latest state-of-the-art technology which has been built by Google, and that's why we call it app. Shubham, I think I have answered your question. If not, just let me know. Does it provide an option to the user to input images on the app? So you mean like if I'm a creator and I have launched the app, you're asking if the end user can upload an image? Yes. So when you can have a questionnaire kind of a thing within your application where your end users can answer it. So part of that question could be an image file, if that helps. Thank you, Rahat. Can the pricing be different for different countries? I have a podcast and audience is mostly from US, so I can use two currencies. Wonderful question, Rahat. So wonderful, because we spent a lot of time thinking about it and we came up with the pricing. So you don't have to worry at all. Just put up your pricing. We will convert it into currencies, and not just that. We will also add the scaling factor. Say, for example, a plate of idli costs 60 rupees here. And in US, Subhash, how much does it cost? 600 rupees.
Minimum $2.5, $3.
See,
$3,
so,
which is 210 rupees to 20 rupees.
see, it's around thrice the amount. That is the cost factor, which we will also give as an input and automatically convert the pricing. So you can sell the course for 60 rupees in India. The same course will be charged at $2.5 if it's in US, as per their costing. Not just the conversion to dollars, we also take care of that costing factor.
So just to add, Rahat, so I think if one, so we do it intelligently, but it also, so there is also freedom for you to override that price and set your own price. Now, if you think that it's not $2, but it's $10, fair enough. So if people in US recognize your podcast value more than people in India, fair enough. You also have an option of choosing the currency and putting a price that will override our automatic logic.
Super. I think, Mr. Rahat, that has answered your query. Coming to Ritika's question, sir, I'm a journalist student. I want to be a content writer, therefore I'm doing an internship as content writer. As a content writer, further, I'm aiming to work as a blogger. Can you assist me why I need to get an app? See, Ritika, so the reason why you need an application and more is to make a brand. If you, from what Subhash has explained, if there is one takeaway which you need to have on top of your head is you're establishing your brand. On top of that, you need to make that process sustainable. It's not like you work for 3-4 months for free and after a point it comes a situation where you need to make money out of it, because of which you might start compromising on the quality of the content, put lot of ads, write content as per the brand's endorsements and all, and you might lose your love for writing the content. So that is why when you have your application, you have that in your control. So it will be your blog, your newsletter. Only audience who would be interested in that kind of content, who would be interested to consume content from you, will be subscribed to you. Put a small subscription fees like probably 20 rupees per month or 50 rupees per month, but they are subscribed to you. So this is a recurring revenue which you are making. It is like your salary. So this is now sustainable. You need not compromise on the quality. It is your audience, your application. You decide how the content has to go out. So that's why I
I
think you
should
need
take
to.
the example of strategy.
Please go ahead and explain.
Yeah. So, if you look at, I'm not sure if you know about Strategy. Strategy is a blog that's started by somebody by name Ben Johnson, if I'm not wrong. So he started as a hobby, and then slowly he had. So when he had 10,000 followers, he quit his highly paying job in Microsoft in Seattle, and then got full time into blogging, and he made it like a paid blog. And so now I think he is one of the world's topmost earning bloggers. He moved from the US, and he moved to Vietnam, living a happy life there, cheap life. I mean, it's 10 times less expensive compared to Seattle or San Francisco here. Yeah, so he's living there, so earning money. Like he makes he gets almost like a $7 to $8 million just from these blogging, paid blogging services. And of course, in addition to that, his talks and all that earn him extra side gig. But it's a very powerful tool, so it's just that how you build your community around it and grow it. Now people use strategy as a way to he's become a thought leader in that particular segment in technology related strategy discussions. So you can build your niche there if you know what you're building.
Awesome. Subhash, I'll quickly move on to how to market the content as we are running out of time.
Yeah, sorry, I took more time.
Yeah. Bhavika, Subhash, can you answer that question while I start presenting?
So I made my content paid as a business, but how? Okay, I made my content paid. I did not understand this question. I made my content paid as a business, but how will it benefit me? I'm not getting the paybacks. Bhavika, if you can explain, I don't understand your question well. So,
Yeah, I'll take that question, Subhash. I think
please,
I got
I'm going backstage and I'll see you.
cool. Yeah. Awesome. So, Bhavika, I'll quickly I'll try to answer from what I've got. I think you're saying there are no sales, and how do you make that business sustainable when there are no sales? So that is why I'm here with how to market your content. Koel, Rimika, we'll get back to your questions. Let me quickly share the most important thing of the day. I know many of you guys have been mailing us with this and absolutely want to know how to market your content. So that's the last and final workshop of Shark Tank. Hope you guys are doing great on Shark Tank. I see a lot of apps already. I want to see more sales on your app, and that's why this workshop. Cool. So this will be a very, very, very quick presentation, so don't worry about it. Uh, let's cover the fundamentals strongly, and I think you'll be sorted. So before you get into marketing your content, I'd want you to understand your content properly. What do you mean by understanding your content? So if somebody has to describe your content, you need to have 10 unique points. It's not necessarily unique, but you need to have 10 points at least to define your content. Be it in terms of presentation, be it in terms of quality, be it in terms of the duration, be it in terms of the uh, language which you use, the kind of camera which you use. But you need to have those properties, and that should get defined over the period of time. And you should refine that particular structure again and again, iterate it, and make sure that you know your content thoroughly. Once you have your content, now categorize that content. So how do you so content is like stock market. I know most of you guys have watched that Harshad Mehta 1992 scam. The kind of knowledge these stockbrokers have is enormous. That is huge. That is because they observe the stock trends very closely. They know their stocks, they know their shares, they know how a business performs, what can impact a particular stock in which way. That is what you need to do in content. You need to be Harshad Mehta of content. Based on the domain, based on the quality, quantity, categorize your content and make sure you become an expert in that content. Like you should be a superhero in that content. Like people should come up to you to ask questions and guidance on if they are making content in that, even in that domain. That is the kind of expertise you need to build. So categorize it properly. These are the four things which I could think of on a very basic level. Take a domain. It could be fitness, education, music, yoga, whatever, fashion, lifestyle. Based on the quality, is it high quality, high end resolutions with GoPro cameras, or with using gimbals and all, or is it like shot on mobile phone? Define your quality, because it it impacts a lot on the kind of audience you get. So that is why you need to know your content thoroughly. Based on the quantity, by quantity I mean by at what frequency are you generating this content, at what is the duration of the content, and how are you presenting it. Is it shot at home, is it shot outside, is it shot under a daylight, does it have a huge lighting equipment, is it casual, is it formal, is it funky, quirky? You need to have everything on the tip of your fingers. Like you should know your content really really well. From this point, after you define your content, build your expertise. I'm coming from the basics, like I'm coming from the fundamentals, so that when you are actually into marketing your content, you do a solid job. Build your expertise into that particular domain. If you're making fitness, learn history. So whenever you are building expertise into particular content type, the way to do is to be really strong on the history part of it. Who has created those fitness videos before? How has fitness content evolved in itself? Why and when did it move from offline to online? In online, who has done it really great? Who have been great and later fallen down? Because that is one of the very important metrics, and you have to closely observe such case studies where people have created great content in the beginning and then has fallen down. If you look at AIB, it was huge. Like the kind of content they were creating was amazing, but there was a sudden drop down. What do you think? Like you need to observe those trends. What went wrong? Why the consumption has gone down? Why the quality has gone down? Get into numbers. You need to know your audience. You need to be very strong with your numbers. Like if you find any see, if you look at all these points on the slide, it is more like an instructions or a guidance given to a businessman. So that is what we want you to be. You're influencer, but at the end you are making money out of your content. So you're entrepreneur and an influencer. If you would have attended the other talks, you're an influencer plus an entrepreneur. So make sure that you're strong with your numbers. You need to know how many audience uh, come and consume your content. How many such trainers are available in the market? Even the ballpark. What is the age group? Like what is the percentage of people between 18 to 25 who are using YouTube in India? You need to have these numbers on your tip of your fingers, because this might not be immediately impactful, but when you're creating content, it helps you analyze. It helps you analyze your content, it helps you analyze your audience, it helps you analyze your engagement of your audience. So you need to be very good with your numbers. I might say memorize them, but make sure that you're having a rough idea of what's what in your domain. And this is the best part. You need to see, the one good thing about content creation is it is not restricted by boundary. You can go international. You don't have to restrict yourself in terms of boundaries or language. You can explore without any limitations and grasp everything from the other creators. Once you know, like, I'll go back to the slide. Once you know this four categories of your content and what your content is all about, it will be really easy for you to pick a creator who is doing the same kind of content presentation or quality and follow them. Look at their engagement as well. This is the next step. After you start analyzing your audience, you will now know how to analyze audience. Yeah, Mr. Rahat, I'll share the presentation definitely. So analyze this or analyze their audience, analyze their comments, figure out why something is working for them, figure out their presentation. You need not copy it, but you need to understand why something is working. By when you analyze, it doesn't mean that you adapt the same thing and put it in your video and start working and creates magic. But when you understand, you'll understand small nuances. You'll understand particular presentation techniques. You'll understand the way it has to be put out. So that's why analyze the creators in your domain. For that, you need to make your domain strong. When I mean by domain strong, you need to be an expert in your domain. Comment on their content, engage with those creators, ask for a office hours of theirs, book for a time slot for so that you can interact with them and ask your questions. Be authentic with your questions. Don't ask for the sake of it. Ask your genuine questions. They would be happy to help. Attend events. Now that it's become online due to COVID, you need to make the most out of this. Attend as many influencer events as possible. Make connects. Do the networking. Even on this conference, there is a network launch lobby. I want you guys to make most out of this. Like when you walk out of this conference, you need to have 50 influencer friends whom you can reach out to when you have any query, whom you can reach out to when you want to ask a shout out, whom you want to reach out to when you actually want to give guidance and take opinion on. So build that bonding, make that friendship, and keep it authentic. Don't make it a commercial bonding. Keep it authentic. You guys have a lot to discuss among yourself because you're on the same journey, and it's not a smooth journey, right? It's a tough journey, and when you're traveling along with your peers, you should hold your hands strong. I'll quickly move on to how do you market free content. So majorly, if you look at the Shark Tank contest, it's all about how do you make premium content and make sure that there are sales. So we want to enable you with that. We in fact want you to make sales by end of the day itself. Sbash has shown you how to create the app. Now I'm telling you how to market your content. You should be having sales by end of the day. Just send out the links. I'll tell you at the end of the day presentation of what needs to be done. So that's why, because the Shark Tank is about premium content, I always segregate in my presentations that this is free content, how do you go about it, and if it's paid content, how do you go about it. So coming to free content, you're putting up Instagram content and free content, and probably your monetization is mostly on brands and endorsements. Go for shoutouts. When you have that strong bonding with your peers and other influencers, you can figure out a way to have a mass shoutout at one particular time. Say for example, at Sunday 7 p.m. is what you have fixed, that you want to have a shout out of your new content video coming out with all the influencer circles you have, and all of them announce at the same time. Just imagine the kind of buzz it creates. Just imagine the kind of attention it grasps. So that is what you should be about. That is what you have to run after. Make the shout out. For that to happen, you need to have a very strong network. It can't be a normal friends and family who are not into, say, social media or not an influencer. It might help spread, but very, very minimal. The shout outs have to be from your co-influencer network. Think of some quick content collaborations. It's helpful for both the other creator and you. By content collaboration, I mean figure out a way to uh, be in a one particular content, be it video or a podcast. Make sure that you collaborate. In fact, if you were listening to the keynote speech today morning by Amit Agarwal, ex YouTube head, uh, so he talks about people not at all using the collaboration. You need to make a you need to put in effort to make sure that you make collaborations. That works wonders. It's like doubling your audience suddenly, right? You have like 1 million subscribers. You're collaborating with one more 1 million subscriber, and it's suddenly you're showing your content to 2 million, and it's for both the audience, both the creators, right? So content collaboration has some huge impact, and slowly people have started realizing that, and I think you should jump onto such opportunities. Put in a request, go through their content. Whenever you put in a request for a creator, make sure it's authentic. You go through their content, figure out what would be relevant for them, make a small script out of it, and present it to them. Don't just put a generic message and send it out across to all the influencers. It's very evident and nobody would respond. So put that genuine effort, even if it's time taking, it will yield a lot of fruits in the long run. Trust me, collaborations work, and if you want to catch the with the trend, lives are doing really, really great. Like lives has that loyal audience. If you would have attended my previous workshop, I was talking about how loyal audience follow you on your Instagram and YouTube lives. Have those lives, figure out a way to book a time slot, even if it's for 20 minutes or 30 minutes, even a short live. Make sure you do collaborative live, interact, so that makes you to interact with their audience. So Tanmay was saying, I was mentioning this in the previous workshop as well. Tanmay was saying, for lives, you need not have to be a comedian. You have to be more likable and authentic. So that is what, once they find you authentic and likable, you have suddenly got all their loyal audience to be your loyal audience. That's because they trust their creator, and hence they trust you, and they build on top of that. So that's a quick hack to get a loyal audience. Hang out more with your niche audience. How to figure out your niche is done in the previous workshop again. Figure out the audience, hang out with them, make friends with them. Don't commercialize it. Be genuine, be authentic. Make sure you create this pure natural bonding with them, and be a constant observer. That's all. Optimize the platforms. So be it stories or Instagrams, make content as per that particular platform. Like a post on Instagram and a post on Facebook should be different. Like I'll give you a very quick example. If you're sharing a poster, it should be square sized on Insta, and on Facebook, if you're sharing, make sure it's a cover photo size. So be very particular about changing your content quality, creatives, everything as per that platform. So optimize for it accordingly. Here is a major boomer. So if you are able to crack this marketing premium content, I think you have figured out a sustainable way to live for the rest of your life by creating what you love. Yes, it's as strong as what I've said. We have seen creators do this, and we have seen creators grow really, really big by just making sure that they market their premium content really well. The advantage here is, even if you don't have like millions of subscribers, even with thousands of subscribers or followers, you would be able to crack this. All you have to do is figure out that loyalty, as I've mentioned in the previous workshop again. But these are the actionable items in terms of how do you market your premium content. Prepare teasers, like put out your free content, put out sample content of the premium content, and tease the audience. That's what the films do, right? They launch a trailer, they launch a promo, they launch a song, they launch teaser, they launch a motion poster. They tease the audience. So tease the audience with the kind of content you have, and you can get really, really creative. And trust me, when you start doing this, you will explore many more ways of preparing the teasers. Give them the taste of what it's like if they pay for your content. You can also do it with the pricing as well. You can say you can say that for the first 15 days it's free, and from there on it's paid. You can come up with such action items, or you can also say your content first video is free, for the entire all the episodes you need to pay. Don't worry of how we want to do it. Just figure out what you want to do it. For the how part, creator voice is there. We figured out everything. It's just a 1 second job for us to switch from pricing options to the sampling options. It's that simple. We made everything available to you, super smooth. It's as simple as uploading a picture on Instagram, and you'd absolutely love the platform. Trust me. Coming to early bird offers for your content. So there was this creator, Chaitanya Krishna Reddy, which Subhash was mentioning. They wanted to launch with 225 videos for their course, and they were in the preparation. It would have taken them 3 months to prepare that content. So before they came up with the entire content, they started putting up videos and started the sales for the entire content itself. So anybody who would purchase the content would get the course at 50% cash price. Like if the course price is for 2,000 rupees, you can just purchase it for 1,000 rupees if you buy it now. If you buy it after all the videos are out, the price will be 2,000 rupees or even more than that. This worked like a charm. Even before he prepared the entire content, he made close to 20-25 lakhs. Can you imagine that? It's like within 2 months, he has made more than 20-25 lakhs. It helps a lot. It helps you with the feedback. It's an iterative feedback loop, right? So when you have put out your first video, you get a response saying to improve your audio quality. From the second video onwards, you will improve your audio quality. That wouldn't have been possible if you would not have started the sales beforehand. It helps with the pricing iterations. Somebody might say 1,000 rupees is too low. Somebody might say 1,000 rupees is too high. You will understand what's the mentality of the audience is like. It it more than anything, it gives you the working capital for the end. Like for Chaitanya Krishna Reddy, for the last 100 videos, he has the budget of 20-25 lakhs. He can invest that into bringing some exceptional equipment and increase the course price from 2,000 to like probably 5,000, 6,000, and people would purchase it because the quality is that great, because you have the working capital. So that's the power you will unlock when you have pre-sales. These are all possible even with thousands of followers, not necessarily lakhs and millions. Thousands, hundreds of followers. People, you can do that, because even amongst every 100 people, there is one loyal customer who will be paying for your content. Just figure out that audience, just figure out that content, and don't delay the process. Put up some content, you will understand if that gets sold or not. Don't judge your content. Figure out a way to get into this authentic groups, not just random Facebook groups. Make most out of this authentic what Facebook groups. And most underused and underrated marketing technique is through WhatsApp. I wanted to have a poll. I don't know if you guys are you guys here? Can you? Oh wow, the number has gone really up. I'm absolutely happy. Can I have some thumbs up if you guys are looking into this session and liking it? Awesome, awesome. That's great. Let me create a quick poll. I don't want you guys to sleep off because this is super interesting. I'm creating a poll. Give me a second. The question is about what is your primary marketing channel which you would want to use. Is it FB, Insta, or WhatsApp? It's open. I want to see the answers. Can I see some answers on that, please? What is your primary marketing channel? What do you want to use? Is it Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp? Super. I'll be waiting for that. Before you answer, I'll just explain the remaining. So WhatsApp groups are most underrated. So generally, whenever we bring out the name WhatsApp groups, you think of these family groups and you get totally annoyed with this, right? And think that hey, these groups are only for family forwards, good mornings, like forward this to 10 people, be happy and stuff like that. But WhatsApp groups are so authentic. By authentic, I mean like if somebody in your close WhatsApp group suggests you something, people take it seriously. In terms of, say, I have attended a particular piano course. I have done that. I purchased a piano course somebody else has suggested in my WhatsApp group. I might ignore them for everything else, for the forwards and all, but if somebody is giving that close attention to detail, and who is actually putting out their opinion on a particular type of content, I would term it as authentic, because I know that it is not that person does not have any commercial incentive. It is coming straight out of their heart, so I trust that with great this thing. So that's why WhatsApp groups are important for you to market your content. Cool. Amay, can you give some thumbs up? I want to know if super, super, super. Cool, cool. Thank you. And one-hop connects are important. So even think for yourself when you go to a film. Do you go, like, some people go based on the movie reviews, some people go based on the buzz, teasers, and trailers. But if your friend says that this movie is good, you need to watch. You will bring out that extra effort to make and go watch that film. So that one-hop connect is very powerful. If somebody suggests that, hey, this particular guy's content is really great, you need to purchase this girl's course on fitness, on education, you go and purchase it because you trust that one hop connect with great intent. Like, you have that innate this thing that you trust and believe that person, and you will believe their opinion as well. Institutions are a great way. Even creative has cracked this. So you once you prepare your content, say you have only 1,000 followers on Instagram, out of which say 10-20 people are purchasing your content regularly on a monthly basis, and you charge your content for 1,000 rupees. Even then you're making 20,000 per month. And when you are selling this content to institutions, say for example, I come up with a course for somebody who's preparing for GRE, and I make this course and I go to a college or an institution and say ki, hey, do you want to take this course? I offer it at 500 rupees instead of 1,000 if you distribute to all your students. For an institution, that's a very low amount. They will quickly purchase it and you make thousands of sales within no time. If 1,000 students are, like, institutions have thousands of students, right? Let's assume even if there are 1,000 students and they purchase it at 500 rupees, you made 5 lakh at a single shot. You need to follow up with them, but it's not a tough sale. It's an easy sale for them. 500 is a low amount. They'll find the entire course bundle. This applies even if it's fitness also, even if it is some other section also. You can have this and go to institutions, go to colleges, go to even apartment groups. Make most out of this apartment groups, or apartment WhatsApp groups are a way, like, that is something which nobody has unlocked. Put out your small course, say something for kids, and put that in the WhatsApp group of your apartment course, and put a small price, like even 200 rupees. There will be lots of people who would want to purchase from your community itself. These are the ways where you quickly make that audience and start building. So when you have your premium content, when you have your own application and brand, it gives you an opportunity to explore. These are beyond social media, right? WhatsApp is not social media. It's coming out of Instagram and Facebook, and making sales, making premiums out of that content. You keep building your audience, but you're also getting audience from outside. So that is a great thing which you will be unlocking in this process. Let me quickly move on to the next slide. As for this poll, I don't know. I think there is some issue, but the results are awaited. Hello. Hey, can you guys see my presentation? Can I have some thumbs up? Yeah, Shubham, you'll get the PPT. Don't worry. You'll get the PPT. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. Great. I'll quickly move on from here. Oh, so I didn't get the poll, but can I have something in the discussion channel? Which one do you want to use? Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, WhatsApp? There is some issue with the polls. Can somebody comment Insta? Wow, amazing. See, everybody is after Instagram. You're not unlocking some great treasure out there, which is on the WhatsApp groups. I've been in your shoes. I ignore family groups, but there's a lot of sales which you can make out of this WhatsApp, uh, WhatsApp apartment groups, family groups, and all. Like, apartment groups is also a huge section which people generally don't unlock. If you notice during the COVID lot, please explain more about WhatsApp group benefits. Sure, Shubha. So, I've seen this in my personal community itself. There are people who bake cakes and put out put out the pictures of the cakes and charge it, like, around what the like little less than what the bakeries generally charge here. Like, even they make cupcakes and charge for 100 rupees, and people just rush to them. And the communities are really huge. Every family has 4 people at least, and you have like 100 flats at least in a big community. So you're reaching out to 400 people who are checking their WhatsApp messages. Just understand the kind of reach you are getting by unlocking that. So make the most. This works great if you have premium content. Don't worry at all. You can quickly and very easily make that premium content. Just make sure that you know what is premium and what is free in your content, and it's good to go. FB for groups and FB ads, Instagram shoutouts and tags plus ads. Running ads on Facebook and Instagram is not a tough job. Don't You need not have to go to digital marketing agencies and stuff. On Creator OS, we will have an account manager who will help you set up the ads on Facebook and Instagram as well. So don't worry at all. We'll help you with marketing, everything, setting up your ads, how to create the ads, what kind of creatives you need to have, when you should run the ads, everything. So from the tech point of view, we take care of everything. We just want you to focus on your content. So these are the case studies I was talking about. Krishna Chaitanya Reddy started a early bird offer, as I was mentioning, and did amazing job. Soumya Luhadia, she's a fitness trainer. Her talk is also there tomorrow. She did a fantastic job in structuring her content. She prepares content for fitness, and she made sure that the content is detailed. Like if it's a 2 weeks, if it's a 4 week workshop, her content item says week one, day one, you need to follow this video. Week one, day two, follow this video. Week one, day three, follow this video. And she has that 28 videos. And that did a great job. She charged it around 1,000 rupees or 1,500 rupees, I guess. And sales were amazing. That's just because when an audience looks at that, you know the kind of effort she has put into preparing that content, and it will build the trust and authenticity of that user. I know she has put in that effort. I know she has that expertise into that field, and she has gone to that specifics. I'm trusting her and taking the course from her. So structure of the content matters, and she figured out her niche. So she prepares fitness videos for people with PCOD problems, people with girls who are in hostel who want to work out, girls who are between the age group of 16 to 20. So she's that specific. She nailed how she made that niche content. And Vijaya Tuprani, the kind of presentation is amazing, man. Like if you look at Vijaya Tuprani's content, the kind of energy she has in her dance workshops or dance classes on her app, it's brilliant. Like she takes 3 classes per day and she maintains that energy level. So everybody has figured out something and they're making some brilliant sales. By brilliant, I'm talking in terms of lakhs. They have each person has, like I'm mentioning the case studies, they've made more than 25, 30 lakhs within the period of like 5, 6 months already. And those are huge numbers. These are not the general numbers which you see in brand endorsements unless you have a great following. Amit was also mentioning, if you would have attended the keynote speech about how you'll unlock by selling your content directly to the audience. So for the Shark Tank marketing tips, make noise about your app. Publish that app. Put it up on all your Instagram stories, as I was saying. Put it up on all your WhatsApp groups. But make noise. This will also help you in long term. People will know that you're taking it seriously. People will know that you have built your brand now. And explain why your content is premium. Just explain, I'm putting this video for say 100 rupees because I have put in an effort to make this video with a quality camera, and like I'm sure you will learn at least 5 minutes worth of content out of this 15 minutes video of premium content. People will purchase it. Just tell them why they have to purchase, convince them why they have to purchase, and you're sorted. I know it's easy to say, but just come up with why your content is premium, put it out there, see how the sales go, and it sells like hotcakes, trust me. Run an early bird offer, create that urgency, put a price, say the course price is 500 rupees, sell it at 150 rupees, tell them that it's till end of the day only. Run that offer, see, create that urgency and make those initial sales. Once you have that initial sales, you can make use of the testimonials of these users and go to a great extent uh, by for the promotion. That works like crazy, as I was saying. Your testimonials, one hops, these are the warm connections which they make, and they help you with greater sales because people trust them, because people know that they do not have any commercial incentive in that. Takeaways, I have a super takeaway. People have been asking me for the presentation, but I have something better also. Let me just Awesome. Are you able to see the creator business hand handout? Give me thumbs up if you're able to see. That is a curated booklet we have prepared. We discussed with a lot of experts, lot of creators. That is an amazing booklet which you're getting exclusively for being on this workshop. Not everybody is getting that, but that is one of the topmost offerings which we are able to give. The link which you are seeing there is the loyalty score, which will be live anytime soon. So keep following us on Instagram official handle. I'm mentioning it on the chat. Subhash, can you come live and start taking the questions?
Hey, I'm
Hey,
back.
Rahul, great question, man. I'm using 100 rupees as an example. Yeah, you can download these handouts. I'll also share the presentation as many of you guys were asking. The creative business booklet is something which you need to treasure it, keep it with you, read it again and again, understand it thoroughly. We have put in a lot of effort, lot of our experiences into that.
Hey, thank you. So, do you have any questions? Again, guys, so we are going to be around in the apps. When we click on add banner image, no option pops up to add banner image. No option pops up to add one. So, so let me show you, Runal. I'm looking at your question. So when you're trying to add banner image, so is that the banner image for the course? If it is for the course, it'll pop up a window. So just check your browser if you have suppressed, if you have allowed the pop-ups to come up. Happy to help you offline, if you can ping us. Guys, if you need any help with the apps, reach out to Navyam at sociality.com. Just ping him, and then so one of us will get back to you and help you with technical help. Rohit Gera, this is good. So you are a communication skill coach, having an email list of 10,000 people. So Rohit, the first question is, so having email list is, can that email list translate into followers for you? That's one. So having that access is good, but building the trust is more important. So in terms of the course, right now, so we can take it offline. I can specifically answer how you can leverage your skills, your strengths in communication skills, and try to start building a course. So how can you structure it? Awesome. So you're taking a webinar every day. That's how you have collected. So which means, so these people love your content. So that validation is there. The trust is there. So again, now that you have that, we can look at how. So think about what kind of premium value that you can give to them, and try to package it. Maybe do a small course around it to see the interest. Again, it takes like 10 minutes to build your app on CreatorOS. Do that and throw that course. Maybe do a course with 50 folks and see how it is working. Again, happy to deliberate with you. I take care of creator relations. So yeah, Harsha has shared his personal Instagram handle. So any one of us, so we can deliberate with you and see how we can help you. So there's a question from Bijal Vyas. So I have Google form on my website, WordPress. People fill in the details. The product is delivered to them anywhere from a few hours to a day based on analysis. The payment is collected from different payment wallets. Would creator OS be of any help in this scenario? Of course, so this is exactly what a lot of people do. So they have different systems. So you have a Google form to collect information. You have a payment gateway somewhere separate. Um, and then you have WhatsApp messaging. So and then you communicate with the customers. You manually validate and communicate with your customers. Instead of doing all these things, why not bring all these into one place and make it one professionally looking studio or stores? That is what your app is going to be. You can do all these things just from one single place, so that when you look professional, it is easy for you. Your job reduces significantly. Imagine, so some of the examples that were mentioned here, like Soumya Lohadia or Creator OS. So these people are managing 4,000 to 5,000. Creative Soumya Lohadia. These people are managing close to 4,000 to 5,000 customers all by themselves with minimal effort, just because so the technology and the support that comes from Creator OS makes it so easy for them. So I hope Bijal, that answered your question. Thanks, Bijal. So again, so we have a limited time. Harsha has shared his Instagram handle. You can post all the questions here. Thanks, Ritika, for I hope you had a great time. You enjoyed this workshop, and we are really hoping that we will see a lot of you guys, building your apps. And today, tomorrow, Navyam and team, so we are all there to help you build your apps, do this exercise. So this is no fun. So like I said, so like Harsha has mentioned, so there are a lot of the creators who are making a full-time living out of their Creator OS apps, and we are very proud that we are making an impact in their lives. So I hope we will be able to see some of you building your apps and successfully becoming successful entrepreneurs. So our the very reason why we got into this is we want to democratize that entrepreneurship in content creators. And if we are going to be of any help, we would love to be part of your successful entrepreneurial journey. Thank you. So with that being said, so we will conclude this session for now. And any questions, again, like I said, you reach out to Navyam at sociality.com or reach out to Harsha on his Instagram handle, and we will for sure get back to you very soon and solve your questions. So last question, Rebecca Ghosh said, so can it be a service app rather than a coaching and educational app? Yes, so there are folks who have used it for consultation, through video calls, through so various different ways. So that is also possible. Again, we can go into the specific situation of yours and can help you with the solutioning. Okay, guys. So that's that. I will end the session here. Madhavan, the CEO of Creator OS, will shortly come back onto the main stage here to close the session for today.
Hey, sorry, Subhash, I dropped out. Were all the questions answered? There was one with
Yes.
Rebecca, right? At the
Yes,
end.
we did answer all the questions. So
Cool.
I'll just end the session. I'm asking
Anything you want?
Madhavan to.
Yeah. I'm speaking to Madhavan. I'll take a couple of minutes. Do you guys have any more questions? Anything else you want to ask? Somebody said who'll build their app soon. I think you should build it by tonight, Divya. it's that quick, and don't delay something which can be done in 5 minutes. Like that's applicable even in content. When you can put up a post about something in 5 minutes, don't delay it. Do it then. Awesome. Dr. Rahat Syed, thanks. Glad that you like the workshop. We are looking forward for your app. Again, mail it to navyam@sociality.com. Any questions, anything, we are here to help. Don't worry at all. We have figured out everything with respect to tech and what kind of marketing needs to be done. Just focus on your content and you're sorted. How is it different from Teachable and Thinkific platforms? So Rohit, I'll take your question again on the email. Just mail it to Navyam. We are running out of time. Runal, same. Just mail it to navyam@sociality.com. I'll also be in the launch.
Yeah, we can.
The final speech.
Yeah, we should definitely catch up in the launch. So we should not hold up people because we are definitely running out of time. People might have plans. So, but if you feel free to join the launch. Harsha will be there. Subhash will be there. I will be there as well. So I just wanted to come in and shout a big thank you to all of you guys who have been on stage. I'm not going to see how many people are on right now, but I'm sure that's a lot based on the discussions that are going on and the feedback that I'm getting from Subhash and Harsha. So thank you guys. It's been a really long day, right from 10 a.m. A lot of you, I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces throughout the entire conference, starting from the first event all the way till the end. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to have you all. It's been so awesome, actually, guys, that two of our panelists have an exclusive offer for all of you guys who have been attending today's call. So number one is from Amit Agrawal. If you remember, was the first keynote speaker. He's the CEO of Okipoki and was the ex-head of YouTube India. He has an offer that is, if you send him a business proposal as to how you can collaborate on Okipoki. Okipoki is a learning app for young kids. So it could be painting, it could be teaching. If you are in that kind of a domain, definitely send a mail to hello@okipoki.com, and that will go directly to Amit. Right? So Amit will be looking at those mails, and whatever he likes, 10 people, he's going to give a scholarship to 10 people, and he's going to give a pro plan on Creator OS for free. Right? So the pro plan, which is almost 60,000, 65,000 rupees worth for 1 year, you get it for free if you hit up Amit. Again, let me just reiterate, hello@okipoki.com. hello@okipoki.com. I'll just put it in the chat right here. Do send it out to him, guys. The second offer for you guys, exclusive again, is from Shreyas, who ran the the session on how to build your own influencer agency. Right. So if you hit him up right away, you have an offer over there as well. He says Influ is running immediate business collaborations for agencies and creators for a limited time. They are taking in only 10 agencies across India. So hit them up right away. Right. So Influ is, so you just need to go on to influ.com, find the contact there and hit them up. Or if you have Shreyas' email, you can do that as well. So thank you guys again for joining in. I hope you had a good time. And tomorrow's session is going to be even better, right? If you like today's session, which I'm guessing you did because you've stuck along all the day through. If you like this session, definitely join in tomorrow morning as well. These sessions will be starting just like today at 10 a.m. And don't miss the sessions. We're going to have a lot of fun tomorrow as well. If you have any questions, you know where to reach us. Thank you so much for joining in. See you at the launch. Bye-bye.